All right, so we are going to talk goal planning, okay? We're going to talk about looking at your 2021 and how you want it to look for you. Or even if it's not 2021, if it's any time of the year, beginning of the month, right? We're going to look at how we're going to make it work for us. All right, now there are 3 things you guys probably have heard me say before that I think are super duper important, okay? And those are what I call like the keys to success. Number 1 is to make sure that in this business, in your life, that your family knows you love them. I have to say that, okay? If your family, when you're not working your business, hears the words, I love you a lot, right? And that I appreciate you and I'm happy that you can support me in this business, they're going to be way more hands-on if you're doing the whole I don't have time for that. I have to work my business. I have to work my business. I have to work my business. You have to make sure that your family knows that you love them. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is you have to have a clean house. Give yourself 1 day a week to clean the house. Put away the laundry, fold some clothes, do some dishes, whatever it is. Have a clean house. If you guys, I can tell you this, I've done this business for 4 years. When your house is a mess, you're a little bit more stressed out, right? You're more stressed out. And if you take that time to make sure that your house is tidy, not only is your family going to be happier because you're not just deserting your whole house for your business, but they're also going to, you're going to be less stressed, right? Your organization, your mind, everything like that, it's going to be much clearer. Okay. The third thing is most important is you can't have 1 and 2 the way you really want them if you're not doing 3, which is you have to work your business. Okay. You have to work your business in order to get that money that's going to pay for the things that you need. Okay. If you neglect selling or recruiting or working with your team, all of that stuff, you know what's going to happen? It's all going to downfall. Okay. You have to do number 3 in order to have 1 and 2. And the reason I say that's most important is because I have watched people who have made a lot of money in this business. Okay. They've made a lot of money in this business, but the minute they take it away, they take away the money, they take away the selling. What I get is the messages saying, I don't have that money that's going to pay for those things that have made my life easier. Okay. So you have to do number 3. So number 1, make sure your family knows you love them. Number 2, make sure that your house is clean. Number 3, sell your jewelry. And I talk about these a lot. These, what I call SMART goals. Okay. So when we have a goal, right, we write it down. And normally when I ask people, what is your goal for this month? Tell me your 3 goals. I always get the same thing. I want to get more organized. I want to hit a rank that's way out of my reach. I want to recruit way more people than I am capable of. And I want to sell a bunch of jewelry. I'm not going to go live. Right? That's what we do. And I read them and I'm like, okay, well, at the end of the month, maybe you're going to clean up like 4 things. And then I say, now I'm organized. Right? Okay. So what you want is SMART goals. And these are something I've worked with a lot in my time span. I've taught them a lot. I preach them a lot. It's stuff that I pretty much, they're like impounded in my brain. Okay. So a SMART goal means specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So specific, okay, we're going to look at that one. You want to have real numbers and you want to have real deadlines. If you say, I want to sell more jewelry, how much is more? $1 more? Is it $50 more? Is it $500 more this month? You have to look at the actual number. Measurable. So it has to be trackable. So you're saying, I want to sell $50 more of jewelry this month. Okay, we did specific. Now it has to be measurable. You want to break down those weeks. So that means in the first week, you're going to sell $10 more than you did last month, the week for 1. The next week, you'll do $20 more. The following week, you'll do, I don't know, let's do some math here, guys. Another 20, and then the following week, that actual 10. I think I did that wrong. 10, 20, 10, 10, right? That's what you guys want to do, is give yourself actual time bounds. Okay, so that on the last week, you're not sitting there and saying, well, I didn't sell $50 more, so now I have to amp it all up and do 10 times harder what I wanted to do before. Attainable. Attainable is challenging yet possible. Okay, so you don't want to give yourself something, a goal that's like below your means, you know, like, oh, well, I'm already a director. I just want to hit director. And I already have 5 personally active, consistently consultants, right? But you also don't want to say, all right, I'm going to go for executive director, which means I'm going to double rank. All right. You want to make sure that your goals are actually going to be something that is attainable. Okay, that you can do. Sure, couldn't you double rank? Yeah, I've had girls do it on my team multiple times. But what you want to be able to say is, hey, this is the goal I had, and then my reach goal is what I'll go for once I hit that first goal. Because if you don't hit that first goal, you're going to be beating yourself up in week 3 when you're not even close to it. Realistic, so that's pretty much the same as attainable, right? Realistic means that it is something that you can realistically do. Okay? It means that it's something that you can do. All right? You know what you're capable of. You know what your team's capable of. If you're pushing for something and you know that Samantha over there, she's moving next week, and you're saying, well, Samantha consistently is bringing me 3,000 volume. I know some of these numbers I'm going too high up, but she's bringing you in 3,000 volume, and she's moving next week. Her volume's probably going to be lower because she's moving. Okay? She's probably not ordering the week that she's moving. Then time bound. So make sure you're giving yourself deadlines consistently. Okay? You need deadlines. All right. So those are SMART goals. When you're looking at your overall goals and looking at what you can do. Okay? Looking at how to set them. When we're looking at goals, I want you guys to make sure that your goals are well-rounded. And when I say well-rounded, I mean that you're not just looking at paparazzi. Okay? So I can tell you from what I've seen with this business and what I've seen other people do is that we put all of our eggs into those baskets of paparazzi. And I want you to do that, okay? I want you to go 110 miles per hour. I want you to be able to accomplish all of your goals. I want you to have all of those things, okay? I will tell you my first 3 years, I did that. Do I regret it? No. My business runs very smoothly based on what I have done and what time I've put in. However, what I see happening more often than not is I see the burnout. Okay, the burnout is when you put all of your eggs into that one basket and then you realize you're not spending time with that family. You're not working on yourself and making sure that you're taking care of yourself. You haven't gotten your nails done in months. This is COVID related, but I'm just saying. Okay, you haven't done those things that make you happy. And while I always tell people paparazzi should be your happy place, right? When you go live, when you step in this room, when you step in front of that camera, you should be happy and excited to do this. And if you're not, you need to readjust a few things so that you are again. Okay? You got to get your mojo back. You got to be excited. But you still have to be able to have time for those other things that truly matter to you. And that is your family. That is your kids. That is your faith, your religion, your social life, your wellness, your all of that. Okay? And when you start taking that away, you're going to realize that you're not well even, right? You're not feeling all of the things that make you truly happy. And at one point, you're just going to say, I need to get rid of something to be able to get me that happiness back. And I'm afraid it's going to be that you're going to cut out the paparazzi. And I don't want you to do that. Because at one point, that day you signed up, today when you went live, that day you sold your first piece of jewelry, and that day you sold your first $1,000 worth of jewelry, right? That day shouldn't be taken away from you because you're not well balanced. Okay, so that's what I want to make sure that when you're looking at your goals, that you're including your family, your faith, your wellness, your husband, your social life, whatever it is, those things that keep you happy. The last thing that I think is super duper important is just planning out your day. You guys know that I love, and everyone has a planner they love, and once you find a good planner, baby, you are set. These are my planners this year, next year. You can tell this one's been worn down a little bit more than this one. It's still sad. But have a planner. Sit down, okay? And at the beginning of the month, look at your month and write down what you know is going to happen. What are those things that you are committing to? Okay? Write those things down. And then what you want to do is look at, well, you can always do your year. At the beginning of the year, I always fill this out as what I know is going to happen. When's, Liz's birthday? Got to write that bad boy in here. Okay? Then what I have to do is I look at my month. So you plan out your month based on what you know is going to happen. Okay? What can you expect? Once you look at that, fill it into your weeks. Okay? And on every Sunday, maybe you're a Saturday girl, maybe you're a Friday girl, whatever it is, you plan out the following week. But you have to commit to that 20 minutes it takes to write down what you have going on. Now leave yourself grace, give yourself time, because we know that our life changes every single day, that nothing ever goes as expected. Oh, it never goes as expected, right? But what you want to be able to do is look at those times and sit down and say, this is when I need to work. These are the tasks that I'd like to get done. And then add them in. When I went to bed every single night, I would open up my planner and I'd say, this is what I have to do tomorrow. Okay, get this together. And those days when you're using it and you're writing it down, you guys know, I believe writing things down makes it a lot easier to happen than just saying you're going to do it. Okay, or leaving a reminder in your phone and then you're like, oh, shoot, forgot that again. But what I really want you guys to do is sit down and just write down what's going to happen. Okay, plan out those days, plan out those weeks. I think you guys look super duper pretty today. I love you all. I'm happy you got to hang out with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to have a good 2021. Life is good. We're going to be good. All right? Bye.